From Joe Walsh Stadium on the campus of North Andover High School, we are coming your way with another episode of Friday Night Football featuring the North Andover Scarlet Knights. Tonight, the Knights continue on their road through the MIAA tournament as they face the Lions of Chelmsford. Hello, and welcome to Friday Night Football, coming to you on CAM-ED, the educational service of North Andover CAM. I'm Bill Robert. Ray Ahern will join us in just a few minutes. Tonight, we continue our coverage of the MIAA tournament. Last week, the Scarlet Knights kicked off their playoff run with an impressive 34-20 win over the Hawks of Waltham. Let's take a quick look back at some of the highlights of that game.
Big, tall, a bouncing kick, and it's free, and it is recovered, shockingly, by Waltham. 2nd and 12, quarterback back to pass, rolling out. Breaking free, he could go. He is in. So ball handed inside, wide open, and in to score. North Andover with the same formation. McElroy back, looking for someone in the middle. There he is. I think that's Watson.
Yeah.
This could be a run, but a pass into the corner. And he's open, and a touchdown. There's a pitch, and I think that's to Souza, and I believe he's in. Although he is now limping severely.
He's in now, calling signals. There's a snap. Goes back to pass. Sidesteps the pressure, and he's going out wide now, looking for a target. He does get it off. He's got a wide open receiver, and he's got it to the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5, and that is a quick strike touchdown. Number 27, Evan Clark, taking the pass from Caleri. And all of a sudden, we were talking about North Andover putting it on, but right now, Waltham just bang, quick strike, and we've got a set ball game here.
I got run again here. McElroy, a keeper. He is either close or in.
It's
he
in.
Is in.
It's in.
Quarterback calls his own number. Let's see what happens here. You could even quarterback sneak it, and I believe he's in easily. Runs between the center and the guard.
They're looking at 4th down and 20, but down this far with this much time left, this is 4-down territory.
Yes, go back, roll out, and throw it up. There he is. Picked off.
And it's D'Souza.
Not a rush on him. Now there's someone break free. The receiver is calling for the ball.
Oh, wow.
And caught.
He's in.
That was caught the ball.
He's in. That's it.
The final score is your North Andover Knights 34 and the Waltham Hawks 20.
All right, we're back here at Joe Walsh Stadium. Game just set to go. The chorus getting in line, getting ready to do the national anthem for us here. And after that, we'll bring you Friday Night Football. And tonight, it is a big game here. Obviously, it's MIAA tournament action as they're doing the coin flip right now at the middle of the field. Captains out there for both teams, and they're about to go through that. Let's see here what the referee is signaling. Just a reminder that there's another game going on tonight, too. It's not just North Andover and Chelmsford. The other game tonight is Masconomet versus Lincoln Sudbury out in Lincoln Sudbury. Now, there are a number of different scenarios that would arise depending on how these games turn out tonight. First of all, if North Andover wins, basically the best that they can hope for is a Masconomet win, because if Lincoln Sudbury wins, they're the 1 seed. North Andover is the 2 seed, so that game will be played next week in Lincoln Sudbury. But should Masconomet pull off the upset, that means that they are basically going to take care of business on this field and play the Division II North title game on this field next week. That's if they win and if Masconomet loses. So the players, now we're all set. And North Andover looking very jubilant and getting set for the game. as the band kicks up here. And at this point, I would like to bring my cohort here, my colleague, my partner in crime, I guess you could say. Ray Ahern joins us right now. Ray, hi there.
Good evening, Bill. Well, it looks like North Andover's ready to play, and I see Darren Watson has a uniform on, so perhaps he is as well.
I did talk to Coach Dubzinski earlier this week, and he did say it was going to be a game-time decision. McElroy and D'Souza were good to go. They just weren't sure about Watson, so the coach said it was a game-time decision.
So,
Nice night tonight with the weather. Last couple of nights we've been here, it's been kind of calm and we haven't really seen anything, but the wind has picked up tonight and we get to see the Stars and Stripes flowing in their full glory.
wonderful. That course was beautiful, as always. And this is the first game where when we kick off, we're actually in the dark. And we are in November now, November 2. So both teams are ready to play. Chelmsford is a traditional opponent in recent years of North Andover.
These two teams actually did play a couple of weeks ago, back on October 20th, and North Andover came out with a 35-20 win. So that hopefully that is a good omen for tonight. Of course, last time it was a regular season game. This time we've got the tournament future in the offing here as these two teams battle.
So Gabe getting ready to kick off. Jack Walsh over on the far side here. Racing down to cover the outside. Closing. And the ball carrier is brought down before he can get to the 20. Good defense.
The chain gang was already set up around the 12-yard line, so they don't have to move it very far at all to get going here.
They're used to D'Souza kickoffs.
This is true.
So first down. Hooten is the quarterback. He's a senior. And Lupoli breaks through for a strong gain. Easily makes their first down out to the 35.
I take it Lupoli, Sal will be making the deliveries tonight?
Well, perhaps after the game.
Well, he just made a good delivery there. Big first down, obviously, for Chelmsford, first play from scrimmage, and now they're at their own 35.
Hooten hands to Lupoli again, running hard. Blocking up front, Brendan Corcoran. playing right guard. Lapoli just ran behind him for a good gain. 2nd down and 6. Removing Vecchione, and there's a timeout.
Chelmsford already calling a timeout. We had this happen last week too, when Waltham burned a timeout really early in the game.
We saw something they didn't like. Matt Samanek come over to talk to the defensive coach. Picking up something. J.D. Allen covering a receiver out here on this side. Defoe has a dropped ball, but the running back falls on it. Defoe just covers him for the tackle.
Nice job by the Scarlet Knight defense catching that one there. Obviously, you figured they were going to call Lapoli's number again, but instead they sent it out on a sweep going end around. But the North Andover defense sniffed it out and stopped them for a bit of a loss there. Actually, they're back now to their original line of scrimmage, just about on the 35.
So it's 3rd and 9. Three receivers to the left. Caruso wide out. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. A completion to Vecchione.
Nice play there, another first down. Moving the chains for the Chelmsford Lions.
So Chelmsford looked like they came to play this evening.
Well, keep in mind they're coming off a big upset last week.
Yes.
They went to Newton South and absolutely came out with a huge win, so they're on that momentum right now.
Yeah, these are the scripted plays you start with, so these are the ones most practiced. Hand off to Lapoli, and they drive him. They drive him back, but he will not go down.
He drives a pretty hard bargain there. Took a number of players to bring him down. They had him corralled, but they still couldn't get him down. He just kept trying to push himself across the line until he got out to some pay dirt. Never quite got it. So as a result, no gain on the play, but at least nothing lost there, because it looked like he was originally going to take a yard or two loss, but he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10. Lapoli carries again, and again stopped.
Foley has been a key player for these Chelmsford Lions the past couple of years. Obviously, having a key player like that, a lot of times, if you have a player like that, chances are the defense is looking at him, which is why they tried the little deke play earlier, but they didn't quite get anything out of it. 3rd down now, 9 to go.
Hooten rolls. J.D. Allen tried to bring him down, managed to get away, but Gabe was there. Gabe and Lapoli having a hello. How's the family?
Something tells me if Chelmsford scores a touchdown, you're going to hear him hooting and howling.
Oh, Hooten. Trips left to the far side. Some hand signals from the coach calling an audible here, I guess.
4th down at midfield. Big call for Chelmsford.
9 over the middle. Just sat down there waiting for the ball. Eventually the quarterback found him.
That is a clutch conversion. Vecchione once again getting that pickup and got back. Had a little time. Hooten had a little time to work there. Just saw his man Vecchione, threw him a dart.
Yep.
And got right to him.
Vecchione went to a spot and he sat there for a 3 count before the ball was ever delivered. So he was the safety release if the play downfield wasn't open.
Big yards after the catch too.
Yes, they're strong. It's Lapoli breaking through. He's down inside the 20, inside the 15. Chelmsford in the red zone here.
Going right up to the line and just cutting his way through. Yeah, if it snows, we ought to tie a snowplow to this kid. He'll just push everything aside. An impressive player to watch.
He gets some good line blocking as well. Lapoli again. He's going to carry a lot this evening.
Seems to be working out for Chelmsford so far. They're first and goal now.
I'd say that's at least a half a dozen carries on the first drive for Lapoli. So it's Lapoli, and then pass. Putin's ready, hands to Lapoli, breaks through, spins, and he's into the end zone. Chelmsford on the board.
And that's a touchdown. Lupoli, basically, going in, this is the player you knew was going to get a lot of opportunities to carry the ball for the Chelmsford Lions tonight, and he just there demonstrated why. A couple of times, ran right in the line, just cut his way through there, found some space, made it work, and now Chelmsford's up 6-0.
Putin with the kick. 7. North Andover yet to have the ball. Head coach John Dubzinski is out on the field talking to his players. Kick return team is out there, giving them some encouragement. Well, it's a beautiful night here.
So Chelmsford off to a quick start. Not quite as quick as Waltham last week, where they punched it in within a couple of minutes here. Nice thing about this for them is they were able to get almost 7 minutes off the board. So right there, you're punching away some time, but also you're giving the defense a little bit of fatigue there. And if this continues, obviously, that's why time of possession is so important.
Short kickoff. Fielded cleanly. Who was that masked man?
I believe that was 22.
22?
22, which is Freddie Gabbin once again.
Yes.
He came in last week in relief of Darren Watson.
Exactly, and he's back there in Darren's place.
At least on special teams.
Yep. So McElroy under center. Gavin in motion, fake the pitch, inside handoff, and smothered, but a flag flies.
By the way, you mentioned Gavin in motion there. It was 1-2, not 2. That's number 2, not 22. So Watson is in there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gavin, I think, was in for special teams. But,
yes.
Watson is out there, which is very good news for the Scarlet Knights.
That is terrific.
And as coach said, he was a game-down decision, and basically all systems are go. And we've got a penalty going up against Chelmsford, obviously. And it's a big one, too. They're monitoring out 15,
yes.
It looks like.
There might have been a face mask tackle on that. J.D. Allen carried that on the inside handoff. And now in for North Andover, Mark Federico. Walsh wide out to this side. McElroy back alone. Surveys, hits a slant across the middle to Gabe D'Souza, who is stripped of the ball but falls on it. I think the whistle had blown.
I think the whistle was blown too. Basically, it fell up, but then he went back and grabbed it, and right after that, the whistle blew, so he was down by contact. That's a big march off there. Beautiful pass play, too.
Yes.
Once again, just
sharp.
sharp and just textbook. Find your guy on the slant route and just fire him a dart. That was beautiful. Got him right in between coverage, and he just took off, got some extra yards for the Knights too.
Yep. D'Souza and Walsh are the wides. D'Souza's to the wide side. Inside handoff Federico. And he plows forward for 2 or 3. McElroy coming over here to the sideline to talk to Coach Dubzinski.
Looks like 3. They're spotting the ball at the 25. So we're going to 2nd and 7.
McElroy checking again with me. Gabe coming to this side, the short side. Ryan Slattery out with Walsh and a 3rd. Jake is flushed, rolling to the right, looking, throws it away.
Nothing there. You had a chance to just get rid of the ball instead of taking the sack, and he took it. Good penetration by the Chelmsford defense there, getting in after the quarterback, so he didn't really have a chance to settle, which is good because obviously, from Chelmsford's standpoint, because you've got those 2 weapons wearing the number 2 and the number 3, and if they can catch the ball and get a little daylight, look out. And now looks like Walsh is coming off.
North Andover needs a timeout. I think they're short a player.
Gavin was looking to come on, but then he went back to the bench all of a sudden. I think they've got to had a quick timeout there. .3:14 left to go in this first quarter of action. Right now, Chelmsford leading North Andover by a score of 7-0. Sal Lapoli with the opening Lions touchdown.
J.D. Allen is not in the game. He's over here on the bench.
Uh-oh.
May have been shaken up on that face mask.
Oh, boy.
McElroy scrambling again.
Chelmsford, I think, wanted grounding.
North Andover swapping personnel in and out. Mike Cole's coming out. Walsh coming in.
But McElroy staying in, so obviously they're going to look to do something on 4th down.
You would think a pass play here. Gabe Watson out to the right here in the slot.
Now watch out for the blitz again, though. They've chased him out of the pocket the last couple of times.
Darren Watson.
Touchdown!
Touchdown. Just ran right by the defender.
And we were talking about the clutch conversion from Chelmsford on 4th down. That one even more clutch as it results in points. And once again,
beautiful.
Watson in there just coming in on then that he cut in. And a perfect pass. It's one of those, one of the things they say, whether you're doing something with throwing or even with a shooting game or something like that, they always say, lead your target. And that's what McElroy did there. He just led. Watson didn't have to move back or adjust for anything. He caught on a dead run and just kept his momentum going and ran right to the end zone.
That was beautiful. The Watson, however, just came by us here limping on his way to the bench to sit next to J.D. Allen. It looks like he can run straight ahead, but he may have some trouble making cuts. But he certainly had speed.
Oh, he's up now, walking around.
Yeah, he looks much better.
And they're changing personnel. And I think they're going to be going for 2 here.
It looks like you're right.
Yep.
And
I see a direct snap in our future again. Oh, I think he's just stopped short.
It looks like he was.
Yeah, D'Souza stopped. Oh, no, he's in.
Well, that's
Chelmsford
amazing.
was saying we stopped him, but I took a closer look. Referees throw up the arms. That's in. So that's 8-7. That's a big play for the North Andover Scarlet Knights.
That sure is.
So there we go. North Andover turning the tide, first of all, with a nice score, but then changing things up, getting that 2-point conversion. And they brought in a whole bunch of other people. So I think maybe they were playing they tried to catch Chelmsford in setting up with the standard extra point defense. And all of a sudden they brought everyone else in.
Which normally doesn't have many of your starters.
Right.
So we are clever and get an extra point out of it.
And now Gabe set to deliver the ball to the Lions for their second possession of the game. And the kick going up, going back for it, way back. He's in the end zone. He's just going to...
Taking a knee, the wise thing to do.
The reception made by Mossab Wahid, number 7. He's a senior for the Lions. And you'll see him in at defensive back. And I believe he also handles the kicking duties, too. At least some of the kicking duties. I thought I saw him make that extra point before. But so here we go. New set of downs for the Chelmsford Lions. They're at their own 20 to start off here. 2:50-something left in the first quarter. And right now the Scarlet Knights leading by a slim lead. One point basically, 8-7.
Hooten hands off again. Lapoli makes a couple. Joe Samalek, one of the inside linebackers.
Looks like we got another timeout.
Keegan Hardacre in there at a linebacker. Defoe playing defensive end.
And it looks like Chelmsford's taking another timeout.
That's 2 timeouts now.
Yeah, just like Waltham did last week. They called 2 in the first quarter.
Early in their possession.
I mean, obviously,
they don't have it together.
It's not as crucial in the first half as it is in the second half. But let's see what's going on here. Just a reminder, by the way, that coming up, something very special here. Thanksgiving Day is coming up. And we're going to be here. We're going to bring you the game live. That's right. You can watch the Thanksgiving Day Scarlet Knights game here on ChemEd. It's live coverage of the North Andover High School Thanksgiving Day game. You can watch the Scarlet Knights as they host the Golden Warriors of Andover. Kickoff is at 10 a.m. Our pregame will get underway at 9:45 with Ray and myself. You can see it here live on ChemEd, Comcast Channel 99, and Verizon Channel 28. It'll be online as well on YouTube, as well as our website, northandovercam.org.
So second down. Hooten looking down the middle. Wide open. 37. Tight end. Or is that 32?
32.
Tight end.
Yep.
Wow. Finn is a co-captain, and that's a big play.
That's a huge play.
To respond to our big play.
He was wide open behind everyone, too. Good job of the safety to chase after him and catch up.
Yes.
But yeah, he was wide open. He was behind everybody. So
that was well disguised because the safeties were each covering someone other than 32 who was in the slot. Here he is again. He's actually an end, but he plays off of the tackle. Quarterback Hooten looking to run up the middle, sidesteps the tackler.
Doing the boot Hooten boogie.
So that's a good gain of 7 yards. Second down on the 20. McCarthy wide out to this side. Hooten hands to Lapoli, and he is tackled by at least 3 North Andover defenders, all of whom got away from their blocks.
Just over a minute left to go in this first quarter.
Inside handoff again and brought down. Defensive end closed on Lapoli, it seemed, before he even had the ball. So fourth down and a short one or two. Short two, more than one. Middle linebacker looks like he's going to blitz.
Flag.
Flag down, ball. It looks like
He
it's
got
a
it.
catch.
But what's the flag?
That's a touchdown, but there was a flag. North Andover faked blitz up the middle. It may have drawn someone off, although the official here is calling a touchdown, so perhaps we were offside.
Well, that was the usually on a fourth down short yardage play, you wonder if they're just going out there to try and use a quick count to try and catch the defense, try and trick them into making some type of move and going offside and giving them the penalty through the first down through the penalty. But that's Kevin Hennessy with the extra point.
That is Hooten held. Hennessy is a junior.
So there we go, another score for the Chelmsford Lions. They lead this one again. The score now 14-8 in favor of the visiting Lions. Tonight, it's the Division II North semifinal. Big stakes here tonight, of course. The winner of this game goes on to the Division II North final, which will take place next Friday night. The question is, obviously, where will the game be and who's going to play in it? Because depending on who wins each game, it could be any one of three locations. And we mentioned this a little bit in the pregame. Basically, if North Andover wins tonight and Lincoln Sudbury wins, the game's in Lincoln Sudbury next week. If Masco wins the other game tonight, the game will be here next week. And if Chelmsford wins and Masco wins, the game will be in Masco.
Oh.
Yep.
Masco, okay.
Yeah, Masconomet.
Yeah, they're a higher seed. There's a fair catch on the kickoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Masco was the 5, and I believe Chelmsford was the 6th.
That kick was taken in by Federico. Well, North Andover had 3 players injured last week, and they have J.D. Allen, who's still sitting over there.
Watson's back in, though.
So, yes, he is.
Still looking
coming
a little
out,
wobbly, though.
coming in the slot on the far side. Gabe is on this side. McElroy back, looks at Gabe. To Walsh. A beautiful slant pattern to Walsh.
That's
Right into the middle, a great gain. You know, it looks like this is going to be a reasonably high-scoring game.
Yeah. I was going to say, so far we might have had a power outage in town this week, but one thing that's not suffering from a power outage is the North Andover offense.
Chelmsford has as many points already as I think they did in most of the game the last time they played. North Andover is sort of on schedule to score in the 30s. So, the defenses are not able to stop these offenses. So Watson in the slot with on the same side as Gabe. McElroy rolling. Throws to Gabe, who was coming back and then crossing to the sideline. But incomplete.
Big first down there. Just about 16 seconds left in this first quarter, and they take the ball from their own actually from the Chelmsford 43.
McElroy has Federico with him. Federico's blocking, steps up, breaks away, has the sideline and gets the first down.
Oh boy. Watson coming out very gingerly after that play. Yeah, he's limping pretty heavily now on the sidelines. But still looking to try and stay in there. He's trying to flex his leg right now. And he has made his presence known so far.
Inside handoff, breaking away. Good gain. Made 6.
And that'll do it for the first quarter.
J.D. Allen is up and jogging on the sideline now, so.
And that last carry made by number 33, that's Mark Federico. The 6 foot, 180-pound junior. That's the thing to think about too with these with this club is there's so many talented players here that are still juniors. Last year we were raving about Darren Watson, and one of the exciting things about watching him was not only the fact that he's making these great plays, but he's a sophomore and you've got him for a couple more years. So that's basically the thing here. So at the end of one quarter, the score is the Chelmsford Lions 14 and the North Andover Scarlet Knights 8. You're watching Friday Night Football on Cam Ed. He's Ray Ahern. I'm Bill Robert. Thank you very much for joining us. As the band from Chelmsford is playing Push It by Salt and Peppa. So we've got second down for the Scarlet Knights. Looks to be about second down and 4. And right now they're at the Chelmsford 26-yard line.
Gavin in the slot. And McElroy fakes, goes outside, has the first down, fakes outside again, and is wrestled down out of bounds.
Gets right back up, though.
That tackle started just in bounds and continued 4 or 5 yards out of bounds. Good run by Jake.
Very good. That's the second one he's made in recent history. Which is it's always good. It's always good to have someone where if he doesn't see anything open up, he's got the speed and the decision-making ability to get out there and get his team some yardage. Early on, he got pinned back and had to throw the ball away a couple of times, but the last couple of times he's had to call on his own number, he's made some nice yardage out of it.
Looking. Gabe down and out. They're in the red zone. They're down at about the
looks to be about the
12.
Yeah, the 12. Yeah. So it's gonna be like second and 4, I think.
Or 3.
Second and 3, according to the scoreboard.
Okay, Walsh with the trips. Gabe on this side. Federico, the back, has the ball through the middle, plowing down close to the goal line. Coach Zabzinski has his hands up, wanting the call of the score. And it's a conservative spot.
Yeah, about the 3, it looks like, between the 2 and the 3.
Yeah.
They put it at like the 2.5-yard line.
Closer than that. His knees may have been there. So good blocking up front. Federico, who's not normally in as a running back, plays a lot of defense, safety.
This might be the
timeout, Chelmsford.
So that's a third for this half already. One of the things about putting Federico into the mix like that too is the fact that you talk about a lot of the North Andover game has been basically predicated upon speed and passing and being able to hit the routes and having elusive, speedy backs. But there's definitely a place for someone like a Federico who can just kind of march into the line and march
Yes.
over people.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you want some good play.
He has
from the
good
backfield
size.
there. Yeah, and that's that's the thing where sometimes you can make all the speedy plays and throw it down and go over the place. But there are some times where what's the old saying? Like 3 yards and a mouthful of dirt or something like that.
Cloud of dust.
Thank
and
you. Yes, that's it.
And a mouth of dirt. I'd rather have the cloud of dust myself.
I would too. Maybe some turf in the face mask, but
Yeah, that's always good to pull that off. McElroy fakes a pass, rolls, throws to his safety valve, who is not able to get in. Good play to scoop that ball. It's a very low throw.
I guess the safety valve just couldn't get past the safety.
Or the corner or the linebacker.
And Watson's back out again, but you can see he's still not quite 100%.
Yeah.
But kudos to him for going out there.
Mike Coles, who's a fullback, is in now, probably replacing Federico. Coles has a low center of gravity, and he is the fullback. Watson on the wing. Watson plowing and in. You know, it was just Watson's push that got him in.
Well, is he in though? North Andover's pointing yes, but the referees have yet to make a signal here, yet to make a decision.
God, I thought he plowed with tacklers on him at least 3 yards.
So did his teammates. But apparently not. So it's now 3rd and 1, or actually third and electrons right now.
So McElroy pushing in the middle. North Andover again with their
Got
hands
it.
up, and they give it to him. He did get in. He squeezed between the center and the guard. Chelmsford unhappy with something.
It's all about pushing the pile, folks.
So Drake scores. First touchdown was that pass to Watson, and the 2-point play with Gabe. And now Drake takes it in on a sneak.
They seem to be setting up with a standard kick formation here.
Yes.
Whether or not they'll go with some razzle dazzle again, yet to be seen. But it looks pretty straightforward here.
The ball is up
Bingo.
and through. And so North Andover 15, Chelmsford 14. We're in the second quarter, 7:47 remaining.
7:47, time to fly.
Well, they did put the ball up a few times.
They did. And a few times it went boing. Yeah, I know.
Airliner humor.
Yes, just a bit.
J.D. Allen congratulating Drake.
At least we're united in our response.
Oh, there you go. Southwest humor.
Touche. So they're setting up. Gabe DeSouza's getting ready for the kickoff.
This one coming down at about the 10. Runner breaking away. A great return out to about the 30.
Number 7 again, Mossab Wahid.
Yes, went all the way across the field.
Showed some
Got
speed too.
About a 20-yard return, but he ran about 65 or 70 yards to do it.
I know we just made a bunch of airplane humor, but he basically turned on the jets and didn't get on there.
He did, yes.
And now there's 7:37 left to go.
Oh, my God. Let's send this tape to Boeing.
Yes. Well, it means we can make another joke in about 10 seconds and then in 30 seconds. And then we pretty much have all of their main airliner fleet. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as 87 seconds, so we can't do anything about the Dreamliner. Sorry, guys.
So Hooten's still the quarterback. 3 receivers on this side. Into the middle
Oh,
to
boy.
Lipoli. He has a really low center of gravity. When he makes a cut, he sort of turns his upper body, leans his upper body, banks into the turn.
And that's the basics. If you could really, if your running game is hitting on all cylinders, it just makes you obviously a tougher team because then you'll be able to sell the run more when you're setting up a pass play. Because sometimes you see, they can throw it all over the place, but they're very one-dimensional, and sooner or later that will catch up for them. But here, they've done a nice job so far in both phases of the offense.
There's Vecchione. J.D. Allen had him. They wrestle him down out of bounds. A tough tackle. Hardacre in on that as well. Keenan Hardacre, the junior, he'll be back again next year.
Let's see, what's the over-under now on how many punts we're going to see tonight?
Doesn't look like many, huh? Some signals, offensive signals coming in. North Andover with 5 across the front, expecting a run. Made a good stop. 2nd and 8. Another handoff to Lipoli. He cuts, stays on his feet, can't be tackled.
Wow, I think he's in. He's in.
He is in.
That was insane.
He was tackled 3 or 4 different times, but just managed to pull away, shed the blocker, push him off. Incredible determination.
Yep. I mean, we've seen tonight, we've seen feats of speed, we've seen feats of elusiveness. But there, he just basically nobody could hang on to him. He just willed his way right through those tacklers.
He refused to be brought down.
And Kevin Hennessy kicks another extra point. And now we're at 21-15 in favor of the Chelmsford Lions. And so far, both teams going back and forth, swapping touchdowns. The main difference in the score right now is the fact that North Andover has added a 2-point conversion to their total. Chelmsford has not. They've kicked 3 single-point extra points so far. So we'll see if that comes into play later in the game. So lining up on special teams for the kickoff, going back to receive, it'll be Gabe D'Souza and also Freddie Gavin once again.
So Chelmsford, their offense consists mostly of giving the ball to Lipoli.
And Lipoli's game consists of running over everybody. So far, I'd say it's been a pretty successful proposition.
It's a good kick, cleanly fielded.
Nice job there. I believe that was Adam Walsh who.
It was.
Yep.
And he has good speed. The Walsh family. You can't go more than 2 or 3 years at the most without having a Walsh playing here in Joe Walsh Stadium on Friday nights. Darren Watson out to this near side. Gabe with the trips. They are set up as the ends. Down the middle. Gabe is the safety receiver. He was covered.
McElroy given a lot of time there, some terrific blocks. He just wasn't able to find anybody.
Yeah.
And coming off one of those blocks, we have a Chelmsford Lion on the field right now.
Oh, yeah.
Injured. He is down. Still a nice breeze out there. As you can see the flag up by the scoreboard, whipping up in quite a frenzy there.
Darren was blanketed there by Wahid.
Still trying to identify the down player. Looks like number 79, Christopher Bungard.
He's the left offensive tackle. Well, he's flexing his knee, so that's a good sign. Without
looks like he's about to get up. There we go.
Perfect.
Always good to see him get up under his own power. Home or away. Always good to see someone like that.
Yes.
He's being helped off, but
he
he's hopping off, but at least he's not being carried off.
can't put any weight on that right knee at the moment.
I think they were just chanting his nickname too over there. Spirited crowd over there on the Chelmsford side. So after that first down play in which McElroy was forced to throw the ball away, we have 2nd and 10 now. Once again, the ball is at the North Andover 42. 2nd down and 10 now.
Watson and D'Souza on this side. McElroy rolls this way. Throws it to Gabe, but he led him out of bounds.
That'll make it 3rd down now, 3rd and 10.
Dubzinski giving some coaching to Jake as he goes back in.
Federico just
Giving
came
him
in.
a play. Offensive coordinator sends in Federico, a runner.
Big 3rd down here for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
As we have stoppage and
Chelmsford just managed just to get a defensive player off the field. The substitution may have caused the timeout.
while we've got this break in the play, let me just remind you that you're watching Friday Night Football here on CAM-ED, the educational access service of North Andover CAM. You can keep up with the town school system anytime with CAM-ED. We're on Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 28, or you can catch up with us online too, either on our YouTube channel or on our website at www.northandovercam.org. To find us on YouTube, by the way, just look up North Andover CAM. You'll be able to see there a nice big blue and gray CAM logo is right there to greet you and show you everything you need to see from any of our North Andover CAM programming, be it CAM Access, GovCam, or CAM-ED right here.
There's the snap, trips down the middle to D'Souza. Looking for a penalty, but doesn't get one.
And McElroy just got that one off.
Yes, yeah.
And we were talking about punts, and looks like we're going to see our first one now. But obviously they're already down by 6, so after this punt now, we're no longer at the point where they're just swapping scores left, back and forth. So now it's incumbent upon the North Andover defense to make a big swap here.
Exactly. Five and a half minutes to the half. A high punt.
That's some serious hang time.
So, good field position for Chelmsford on the 34 with North Andover. Mencia down under that punt.
Let's see.
J.D. Allen is back playing cornerback. Walsh the other corner.
And obviously Gabe's out there as a safety too. Gabe's everywhere.
Federico covering a slot as a safety. There's an inside handoff to Lapoli. They get a good block on our tight end, on our defensive end, and by the tight end, and he makes about 5 yards. So that's a good start on first down for Chelmsford. This is an important play to break their momentum here somehow.
Oh,
Number 5 holds on.
that's Eric Lefebvre, or Lefebvre. That particular last name, Lefebvre. There are like 9,000 different pronunciations
Yes,
for it.
that's French.
Lefebvre, Lefebvre. Some even say Lefevre. We'll go with Lefebvre for now.
Northern France, southern France, eastern France.
I see England, I see France, never mind.
Yeah. There's a handoff to Lapoli.
And he pretty much gets stacked up right at the line of scrimmage and
That's
then brought
good.
back.
Yeah.
No, actually, he's still got a yard.
Carter and Roffer in on the tackle there. Trips the side. Looks.
Almost picked off.
Oh, that. I think 11 grabbed the arm of the defensive back. Otherwise, that would have been an interception.
I think that might have been Walsh out there who got that.
I think so, yeah. He's usually the cornerback on that side.
Yeah.
And Walsh could see a touchdown. If he caught that ball.
At least it was a stop there. That could be key depending on what happens in this third down play.
Carter has him flushed out. He throws it away, and we get the stop.
Intercepted by the coaching staff, kind of, sort of. Of course, the ball was already out of bounds, but still kind of funny. So huge stop for the Scarlet Knights. And
They needed that.
yeah, and it looks like they've held the Lions to 3 and out, which is crucial because they're already down 6. They don't want that hole to get deeper because.
So it looks like a little under 4 minutes, 3:45 on the clock. Enough time. North Andover can score in 35 seconds. But
So back deep once again is Gabe D'Souza to field the punt. It's not even going to get it as far as him. And it takes a North Andover bounce, so Chelmsford has to down it right away.
that's about on the 28 of North Andover.
Not a bad starting point.
So good field position. Now, we need a sequence of good plays here. Good play calling by the offensive coordinator and the coach.
The other thing, keep in mind, that it's very Belichickian, where if they can basically take the last 3 minutes of this quarter and score, they get the ball in the second half,
Exactly.
which could turn it around.
There's a pitch out wide. Brought down.
That's a Freddie Gabbin.
Yeah, 2 or 3 yards.
And he saw daylight. He was going for it, but he got brought down from behind. So it's like, hey, look at this. Boom. Nope, I don't think so. Still gets a gain out of it, though. Looks to be about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Scarlet Knights at their own 31 and a half.
Under center. Drops back. Throws it out for Gabe. He
Yes!
has it. Just has to outrun the defenders. And his shirt. Oh, he is unhappy with the defender.
Well, the defender's unhappy with him, too. Looks like the defender was trying to hang on to his leg.
And the ball. Trying to strip him. That was Peter McCarthy. He caught him from behind.
Yep.
Gabe was weaving.
You got to hand it to D'Souza, though, turning on the afterburners to get into that one, and then just
That was great.
caught it on a run, just full extension, and just went with it.
It was a perfect pass by McElroy. Couldn't be defensed.
15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Scarlet Knights in the red zone.
McElroy in the corner.
Bingo!
Wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown, North
There's a
Andover.
flag, though. The receiver might have pushed off before he went to catch
I
the
think
ball.
I did see his hand on the chest of the defender. I didn't think that was a foul. He barely touched him.
So that we're not sure about that yet. Let's see what the.
Did you see a flag on the ground?
I did see. Yeah, they did. In fact, you see it right there in the corner of the end zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what the official determination from the referee is as he comes to signal.
Coach Dubzinski's coming out to talk with him. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
As that ball was caught, I was wondering myself, it's like, did he push off there? Is that going to be called? It's too bad because that was a nice sequence here. Hopefully we have a personal foul. And it's against
Touchdown.
Chelmsford. It'll
Both.
be a touchdown.
Two fouls, one against each team.
So they offset.
Gabe kicks it through, as always. I don't think he's missed one this year. And so North Andover up by 1, 22, Chelmsford 21, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in the half.
You know, you've got to hand it to the Scarlet Knights because after not being able to succeed in that previous series, there are two things they had to do. They had to first stop Chelmsford and stop them pretty quickly to maintain some decent field position. And then they had come back and really kind of score quickly and put the exclamation point on it. Both boxes checked off.
Exactly.
They did that. They did the good
Yep.
stop, held Chelmsford to a 3 and out. And then, obviously the big pass play between McElroy and Gabe D'Souza set the whole thing up. But they all of a sudden made a couple of big plays off the arm of the quarterback, number 7, and it results in another 7 points for the Scarlet Knights. And once again, they edge into that ever so tenuous 1-point lead, 22-21 right now, with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Well, we did stop them for the first time on that last possession of Chelmsford, and so now we have the need and the opportunity to stop them again here. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
So I guess what they did was that penalty, those personal fouls that they had there, they wound up basically assessing it against Chelmsford on the kickoff. So if you look right now, North Andover is actually kicking off from the Chelmsford 45. So hey, what are you going to do here?
Gabe may boot this one through the end zone, or they may try squib kicking it.
That's what I'm thinking. Nope, he's just going long. Oh, almost through. Whoop, yo! And they almost muffed it right in the end zone. Or did they?
I thought he did. North Andover,
the referees
player is calling for the officials.
And unfortunately, this is, they can't go under the hood here.
Right.
So it'll be a touchback, which means the ball will be brought out to the 20, and it'll be a first down for Chelmsford. But that's one of those ones where, it's in the end zone. You've already got the touchback. Why if the ball's bouncing around, why even chance it?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, J.D. Allen is playing quarterback. He looks fine. There's Lipoli breaking loose. Gets about 4 or 5 yards, and then bulls forward for another 2. 3. It's out to the 27 on first down. Maybe he'll get tired.
I don't know. I just had that Christina Aguilera song in my head. You can't bring me down. I think that's the lyric.
Does sound familiar.
Yeah, the song is beautiful. That's the title of the song, by the way.
Lipoli with the ball again, just barreling through. He gets behind the blocker.
And they're going to move the chains.
Yep, he made the first down. Over to the 31, almost the 32. 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Okay, well, the actual words can't bring me down, so I paraphrased a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah. But nonetheless, that's, that describes Lipoli to a T tonight, because nothing can bring him down.
Car radio music. Man in motion here. Lipoli again. Wrapped up. Carter, Roffer. A lot of good tackling by North Andover in there. But he makes almost 4 yards.
We're now in the final minute of the first half.
So, it's unlikely unless he breaks away. What are we doing on the defensive line?
I wouldn't count anything
3, 4
impossible against these folks.
4 men on defensive line. Gives it to Hooten, and Carter closes on him. So he makes about 3 or 4 yards, and it's now 3rd and 4. So we're down to 22 seconds.
Question is now, do they play for the half or do they go for the long bomb?
You would think Chelmsford would have thrown a pass in here someplace. They're trying to overpower North Andover in order to demoralize them. And the front line of North Andover has done a great job getting off the blocks and corralling Lipoli. Lipoli's in terrific shape. It looks like he's the guy who will squat 500 pounds.
That's an interesting exchange there. I don't know whether it's playing for the half or what, but because they just, the quarterback Hooten just stood there for a long time, trying, looking toward the bench.
Yeah, let me throw the ball.
And obviously at this level, we don't have a play clock, so. Although I'm sure at some point it might become a delay of game.
So what does that say, 3 seconds?
3 seconds left.
So you would expect them to throw here, but perhaps they're just trying to keep from making a mistake. Lipoli and is tackled right away. Carter in on that. And Roffer and Defoe, Hardacre.
And that brings it to halftime. Even though Chelmsford got the ball the last time before the half, obviously North Andover still scored the last point. So right now the second half, that opening drive for them is going to be huge as far as the tenor of this game.
Exactly.
So, all right. So right now the score at halftime is North Andover 22, Chelmsford 21. And there's going to be some stuff coming up at halftime. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back in just a few minutes. You're watching Friday Night Football, and you're watching it right here on CAMED.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit.
I get it. I can do better. Just
Please, don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
and Joe Hubbard. Cutback captain are Samantha Cook and Alika Katanabur. Assistant directors are Matt Eno and Chris Nelson. The director of the Southwest Marching Band is Mr. Justin D. Small. We hope you enjoy this performance.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George. Learn the signs of a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Spot a stroke fast.
Here we go, just about set for the start of the second half, and right now North Andover leading by a score of 22-21.
The kickoff was another squib kick. Walsh recovered it. And so we have the ball on about the 35, first and 10.
Now, I guess the first question is that the squib kick there, is that just happenstance, or is that something they actually deliberately try to do? Rolling the dice with the risk that you give them really good field position if they feel it.
Yes. Yeah. D'Souza out to this side. Run up the middle. J.D. Allen with the carry, gets about 5 yards. Up under center, tight formation with Gabe Split.
Oh,
flags.
Someone probably flinched. Keep an eye on the guy in the white hat here. They have its motion.
False start.
So the 5 yards they made, they'll give right back up.
Yeah.
So it'll be second and 10. Actually, more like second and 11 now.
Jake McElroy in the first half was 7 completions out of 12 attempts for 141 yards through 2 touchdown passes. He's rolling out here, throwing the ball deep.
He's got it! Oh, he trips up.
J.D. Allen with a long catch, got behind the safeties, and if he hadn't fallen, he would have scored.
He would have been off to the races for sure. But once again, still a great move right here. And now, really, Chelmsford's got to be feeling it here because they gave up a pretty quick touchdown last time with a couple of big pass plays. And once again,
behind the defenders.
Yeah, McElroy just hung a big pass play on him once again. So we'll see what's going on here.
That was Walib and McCarthy back that J.D. ran right by.
I think he just had to extend himself to catch that one, and doing so, lost his balance.
McElroy back, throws down in the
fumble.
corner. The ball fumbled.
It's out of bounds, though. Oh, actually, no, they're calling it incomplete.
Yeah.
He never fully had control.
That was incomplete.
I'll tell you, though, I do really like where McElroy's spotting his passes. He's catching his guys on the run. They don't have to reach up or around or behind themselves.
Yeah, well, except for that one.
Well, yeah.
He had to come back on that one, or, you know, he was in the open, and you should have let him more, but he's going to be happy just to make the completion. So they're playing tight again, tight formation. McElroy back, looking for the receiver. He's not open. He rolls and throws it away.
Had to do that on a number of occasions tonight as well. There's a flag.
Did not make it to the line of scrimmage, I don't think.
Flag just went down on the far sideline. And he's pointing over toward Chelmsford, so let's see what happens here. We're just discussing it right now.
Gabe D'Souza having a discussion with one of the Chelmsford players.
Oh, they're calling grounding, but then they're calling a hold too, so there's 2 penalties off that.
Yeah, yeah. Gabe's pass never made it to the sideline stakes. Never made it beyond.
So the nice thing about that is with the offsetting penalties, yeah, you don't get any yardage, but you also don't lose it down.
Yeah, that's good, because it's still only second down here. Momentum has disappeared a little bit. Let's see if we can get it back. 44 in is the fullback. Oh, he had the fullback open.
Ooh.
And there's another throw that didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Just on something like that, though, you always just, as soon as the ball leaves his hand, you just hold your breath, making sure there's no white jersey in there.
Exactly. He's fearless. He doesn't fear being tackled.
Right.
He is elusive. Coach gives him a play. And Watson is in the slot. I like Watson over the middle here. The safety's moving to the right. Watson fading. And Gabe eludes several tackles. Makes it almost back to the original line, but not quite. So, a great long pass, and we seem to have lost the momentum here.
That's one scramble you won't see on Denny's breakfast menu. So 4th down now, and they had it. You know, it looked so good for them. They hit Allen with that pass.
Yeah.
And then from there you had penalties, you had an incompletion, and then the pass 2 has been basically Jake McElroy running for his life, basically.
Yeah,
That pass rush has gotten through.
You have to get the offensive coordinator, after he makes a big pass like that, to have him throw a slant on the very next play to keep him focused on getting rid of the ball. Watson, there's a long pass, and overshoots to the receiver.
And they're going to give up the ball on downs.
And McElroy's down, took a hit, I guess.
Yep. Tried to get it to D'Souza, but just a little too far. And so now Chelmsford, North Andover with a great opportunity here after they had the last score of the game to make another score here and add to their lead. Right now they've got to face Chelmsford. Chelmsford starting at their own 25, so not
this is
not too favorable field position. But.
Yeah, but this is not good because we have given away the momentum here, and McElroy seems a little disorganized, and now he's giving up the ball. So undoubtedly Lupoli. There he is. Nice, incredibly
pushed him back.
Wonderful defensive play there by Defoe, the defensive end, who's not as big as tackle, but he fought the tackle off and tackled Lapoli, held him up until someone else got there.
They pushed him back.
Yeah.
Way back.
An exceptional play. Pass. Hooten out here. Oh, broken up. Federico, of course.
Didn't quite get the pick, but it was a great defense.
Playing safety. Wonderful defensive play.
Nice job getting his hands in there. A lot of times you see someone try and get their hands in there, and they'll make contact with the receiver, and it'll wind up being a PI call. Did a great job there, just extended his hands, and was able to knock that ball away and keep it from being caught.
And it's now 2nd and 12.
3rd and 12, actually.
It should be 3rd. He turned it over. 3rd and 12, I was going to say. And that ball is intercepted. Intercepted.
That's concentration.
Samanuk, middle linebacker. Yes, he was concentrating. The ball was tipped, perhaps by Carter.
Lupoli actually was trying to catch it and went off his hands. It was thrown a little too high.
Yes, yeah.
So he came down with it, just came down. And we were just talking about, North Andover kind of losing the momentum there.
And
this could give it a jump start.
Up with a great play.
A fantastic play.
And they have the ball close to the red zone.
This could be one of those turning points you're always hearing about.
Yeah. JD with McElroy. Takes a carry. One tackler, Lupoli, had him around the ankle. Lupoli's on the ground, but he tried to pull away 3 or 4 times, and Lupoli just would not let go.
Yeah, no, Lupoli with a great grip there. Allen was in danger of leaving his foot behind.
Yes, yeah.
Great job staying with the tackle, though, by Lupoli.
Being caught in a bear trap.
Yeah. And it's funny because on the other end of the coin, you try and get Lupoli like that, and there's a good chance he'll shake you right off.
Yeah, yes.
Just another facet to the man's game.
So this time, JD lines up to the left of the quarterback. Gets in the middle to block, and that is nice. Gabe just picks off that beautiful slant over the middle. McElroy can throw that all day. He should not be looking downfield for these long passes. I think he was trying to score with one pass after making that previous. So now here we are. And now we bring in the 44, Mike Coles.
And Gavin just came in too, again.
So 2 running backs in here. Doesn't mean they're going to run. Carter at right tackle. Ball's handed into the middle. It's usually a J.D. Allen play.
It certainly is. Number 24 had it. Now the ball looks to be about on the 13-yard line. So it'll be another first down for the Scarlet Knights. I'm sorry, I'm actually a little off there. That's actually, it's not the 13,
like
it's the 3. Those soccer lines still mess me up.
Yes, me too. Exactly. Inside handoff.
That's a touchdown. Jake
touchdown.
McElroy calling his own number once again.
Exactly.
And
fake the handoff and the keeper.
He has had a brilliant night tonight. He's run for 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 2. And,
yes.
Right now he's really helping. And we talked about the fact, we were talking about the momentum and the lost momentum. I think they just get it right back. And sometimes it takes just a huge defensive play, something to really flip everything just on a dime. And they came back, and now setting up for the extra point kick is the one and only Gabe D'Souza. And we've got a whistle, and there's a flag on the field.
Jake McElroy is a stat sheet filler. In the first half, he was 7 for 12, 141 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Watson, 1 to D'Souza.
It's blocked.
Well,
So there goes that extra point you earned from that 2-point conversion.
exactly. North Andover 28, Chelmsford 21.
But this is the biggest lead the Scarlet Knights have had so far this year. Not this year. Sorry, this game.
Tonight.
Hello.
This
What am
game.
I saying? We talked to you before about the out-of-town games. Once again, tonight the winner of this game goes to the Division II final, going up against the winner of the Lincoln-Sudbury-Masconomet game. And by the way, North Andover, last time they were in the Division II state final, the Division II North final, was 2014. They were emerged victorious, but then lost in the Division II semifinal. They hope to surpass that. And right now they're well on their way. Obviously still a lot of football to be played yet, but so far so good for the Scarlet Knights. Let's see if we have any updates coming up from Lincoln-Sudbury. Last we knew it was in the third quarter, and the score was 31-14 in favor of Lincoln-Sudbury. And the amazing thing about that was Masco scored the first 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
Since then, Lincoln-Sudbury has hung 31 unanswered points on them.
Just
So,
shut them out after that.
yep, showing why they're the number 1 seed. And it's a good chance right now that whoever wins this game tonight is going to Lincoln-Sudbury next week to play
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Division II North final.
Without a doubt, whoever wins will be going to Lincoln-Sudbury. Deep kickoff.
In the touchdown. And,
Taken in.
yep.
Ball come to the 20.
Yeah, deep to go for that one. There was number 7, Mossab Wahid, but even it just went over his head and he just let it go, so it rolled through the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and therefore the Lions will get the ball once again with a first down on their own 20.
Hooten and Lapoli. Carter at defensive tackle. Lapoli tries to run right over Carter. Brought down by everyone else. They have 2 strong blocks on Carter. They got to free up other people. So they're flipping. Carter now goes to the right side of the defensive line.
And it looks like we got motion on the offense. Indeed, false start. So they'll bring it back 5 yards. So the 5 yards they just gained, they're just giving it right back.
So it remains second, but it's 2nd and 10. We're in the third period, the third quarter. 5 minutes 32 to go. Lapoli with the handoff, plowing through blockers and defenders. Just about 4 yards. So 3rd and 6. Looks like a passing down. He is back to pass. Over the middle, Lapoli.
Wow.
Brings it in.
In traffic. 2 men on him.
Yes.
And he's able to come down with it.
Leaps in the air, catches the ball, cradles it, and rolls to the turf.
And that's the thing. A lot of times, one of those running backs that just does such a great job running over the line, you don't think of as a pass threat, because of the speed thing. But here, he can do everything. At least a deeper pass threat. I mean, like a screen out of the backfield, yes, but that pass definitely just went right up the middle of the field. Was able to pull it down in traffic. 2 men right on him.
Screen pass to the slot receiver, caught behind the line, and so get back to the line of scrimmage. That was it. 2nd and 10 from the Chelmsford Lions 45. Lapoli a fullback. There's a pass to the other side, and he is throwing a pass to Souza down deep, leaps, did not obstruct. The ball was, the receiver couldn't find his way under the ball.
You were kind of wondering about that because it looked like the Suez jumped up a little bit early, missed time to jump. But you know, he wasn't able to contact the ball, but he also wasn't able to make contact with the receiver, which is
exactly
really
wonderful.
Yeah. You know, the only time you like to see PI is if it's Tom Selleck.
Well, that was a trick play.
Yeah, a little lateral, then a long pass.
Dodged the pass there. Hooten running, and his arm was.
Oh no!
Roffer.
He's down.
Roffer grabbed his arm as he tried to throw.
He is shaken up.
And he is. Lineman patting him on the head. Looks a little frail there.
But they're sending him off. Obviously, anytime you have a bit of a stoppage for an injury, the player has to go off for at least one snap.
And it is, I think it's 4th down as well, 4th and 10.
Yep, so they'll be punting. So they won't even have to worry about bringing in either a backup quarterback or like North Andover had to do last week, just do a bunch of direct snaps.
Yes, Gabe. So here's the punt. Gabe doesn't even go near it.
Yeah, best thing you can do there is stay away. Don't even chance it.
Just take the field position. We're on the 24.
We were talking about that touchdown, that touchback earlier. That was almost a muffed return. In a case like that, if it's bouncing, just stay away.
Exactly.
Don't even let any freaky bounces come into the picture. Just run.
So now we're on offense again. Deep in the 3rd quarter.
3:26 left.
Trips on this side. Hands off up the middle.
Looks to be about a 4-yard gain. Maybe even 5. Yeah, it looks to be 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5. And right now,
See the run. I think that was Federico, but I'm not sure.
North Andover, they're on 29 right now.
Walsh way out wide here, hoping to get lost in the coverage. Therefore, has a lot of options on this side, but sprints out. There's probably a hold for these. Not much good happens when he starts. When the pass breaks down, he starts to run. Occasionally, he makes a good gain, but 4 times out of 5, it's a broken play.
And you were right on that one. Good call. It's an offensive hold.
Yeah.
So that'll push him back even further. So now it'll be 2nd and 15 with the ball at their own 20. Actually, at the ball at their own 19.
Watson coming in. Federico coming out. Drake has the play. Yeah, 2nd and long. Well, 2 slants would get a 1st down. So please, Jake, catch it, throw it. Catch, throw. And a whistle. Something happened. False start,
and
probably.
Stand still, too. Not Jake, but whoever on the line was there. Stand still, catch, throw. And it'll be knocked back another 5 yards. So we're talking now, it's a 2nd down and 20.
Well, the offenses we had in the first half somehow disappeared. The precision they showed. And here's Watson, Darren coming out again. Got a bit of a limp. He's down. He wants to be stretched out. They're working on his leg. Under center, McElroy. No. And there's that slant.
And he's able to catch it with a couple men on him, but then the ball comes loose. Was he down before the ball came loose, though? That's the question.
I think he lost it once he had hit the ground.
Yeah, the referee is signaling that the ball is
about
still.
that. So third and about 15.
The key is right now you've got this Chelmsford defense running all around. They're getting a lot of penetration. They're doing a good pass rush. Stay on the field. Keep them out there and wear them down. Tire them down.
You hope, yes.
It worked against Atlanta.
Oh, there you go. McElroy.
Oh.
Had the first down marker, but
Not the first down yardage.
no, didn't have the catch. So, we will punt from about the North Andover 20.
So the penalties on that drive, I think they had more yardage backwards than they did forwards.
Yeah. Game has settled down to a not a great punt, but out near midfield.
Well, it's taking North Andover bounce, though.
That's a decent, really good bounce. Gets 10, 12, 14, maybe 15 yards out of the
Bingo.
roll.
That'll work.
That works out for us.
Whether on the air or along the ground, either way it counts the same. Still pretty good field position for the Lions to start at their own, basically their own 40. Just inside their own 40. 1:33 left to go in this third quarter. Since North Andover still up by a touchdown, 28-21, as Chelmsford takes over possession of the ball, and they will start at their own 40.
Cantalopoli dodges a tackler, but they are looking for him. Every person on defense is keyed on Lopoli. It's hard to make yards.
But on some occasions, too, they've had success using him as a decoy.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's one play, especially where they tried it and wound up with a 5-yard loss because the defense sniffed it out. In fact, it was pretty much this same part of the field in the first quarter.
Lopoli with the ball again, and probably he's fighting to just get back to the line. This is the problem. Even if you have a great runner, if you run him all the time, it becomes so predictable that everyone keys on it.
And that's the thing with the North Andover offense. I know we talk about D'Souza and Watson an awful lot, but you've got Allen out there. You've got a few other weapons there too.
Yeah. The play calling is better on the North Andover side.
But then again, if you have a player as talented as Lopoli, you probably want the ball in his hands more often than not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when they talk about the Patriots using more of a running offense. Why would you take the ball out of Brady's hands? Oh boy, almost a shot there.
Defoe blitzing, hurried. The pass was hurried and overthrown.
Just couldn't connect there with Vecchione, so that'll be a second down. And North Andover, their defense really have come to play in this last half or so because of the fact that originally you basically had scores up and down, and then they had to make one key stop, and they did, and then North Andover scored on that. And just it seems then they've had an answer for Lopoli for the most part.
Yeah. So now Chelmsford will punt. Gabe is back. Would be nice to have a short punt that is not high and someone runs up on. So short bounding punt, and Chelmsford jumps Wahid. What's up, Wahid?
The only thing about those line drive punts, though, is when they start to bounce, they start to get a little unpredictable, and they can go anywhere. So once again, in case like that, the ball starts bouncing, you just get out of the way. About 6 seconds left in the third quarter. It's out. And that's not good.
And Chelmsford has recovered. Ball carrier made a decent gain, struggling to get more yardage and lost the ball.
Once he hit the line, though, you saw that ball just squirt right out. And so now, with the end of the third quarter here, the score stands North Andover 28, Chelmsford with a big opportunity to move it down the field to get the tying score. Right now, they're at 21. And big opportunity here for Chelmsford. They just tried, they were stopped, basically went 3 and out, but then getting the fumble recovery there, much like the takeaway for North Andover turned into something that actually the actual takeover wound up, I think, being a 3 and out, but then they got the ball right back and then they were able to march it down and extend their lead. So right there, you talk about, once again, a huge takeaway here. Let's see what Chelmsford does with it as we get set to start the fourth quarter of action. The other game, by the way, last score we had was still Lincoln Sudbury leading Masco by a score of 31-14. And if you give me a moment to consult Twitter, I'll see if anything else has happened here. Oh my goodness, Lincoln Sudbury now leading Masconomet 52-14 with 5 minutes left in the game.
Wow.
Yeah, whoever wins here is going to Lincoln Sudbury next week.
Hooten to Lipoli, and he is gang tackled, makes about 3 yards. Second down. 2nd and 7. North Andover defenders are warming to the task here of tackling him now. Hooten calls his own number, makes 2 or 3 yards, ends on the spot. So, 3rd and 4. Vecchione in the slot. Hooten rolling, throws a pass. One of the co-captains slanting from his tight end on the right across the field. Hard play to defend, and an easy pass to make.
Christian Finn, number 32, with that reception and the first down for the Chelmsford Lions, who now have the ball on the North Andover 33-yard line.
And to Lipoli, and he is wrestled to the ground. Nice tackle by North Andover. There's Andrew Carter in on the stop. Carter is taking this personally now. He personally wants to tackle Lipoli. Rolling, Hooten rolling, player calling for the ball downfield, and broken up and out of bounds.
Nice play there. Is that Federico again?
Lipoli in the area. Federico looks like he was covering him.
Yeah. Looked like it could have been a pick, but the ball went out of bounds, and at the end they were happy just to knock it away.
So 3rd and about 8. The wide receiver on the right-hand side was behind the defender, had his hand up, but Hooten chose to roll rather than to loft, take a step and loft a long pass. Lipoli is through the middle. He's around the ankles. Great tackle by Hardacre.
It's going to be the most frustrating play if you're a running back. Like, hey, freedom! Someone reaches out, just grabs
exactly.
Freedom! No, I guess not. Freedom! No, face plant.
You're beyond everybody, and who the hell could be stopping me? I'm beyond everybody. What's happening? Hooten back, looking deep. It's that same pass again down into the red zone. Is that McCarthy?
Yep, Peter McCarthy. Number 11 for Chelmsford.
So, Chelmsford that ran the last time Now they're mixing it up.
Knocking on the door again.
That is working for them.
In the red zone, and actually first and goal now from the 8.
And struggling and bursting down inside the 1. It's probably Lipoli.
It is. And it'll be second and chin stubble.
Yeah, dusting himself off, getting rid of that turf dust. Lipoli leaping over the pile. Referee says yes. Touchdown. And so, Chelmsford within a point of tying up this game.
And they're going to play it straight here. They're not going to take the chance and roll the dice and go for 2.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, I mean,
just need to tie it up. It's a new game.
It's all brand new and shiny, as Bob Wilson used to say. Yep. Oh, he missed!
Oh,
he missed. It was low.
Incredible, incredible. North Andover coming up horseshoes.
So North Andover able to hang on to that tenuous 1-point lead. They now get the ball back with the score 28 for the Scarlet Knights, 27 for the Lions.
7:44 left in the game. So we're in the 4th period. We somehow dodge the tying point, and they're ahead by 1.
Once again, playing for the right to face the juggernaut that is Lincoln Sudbury. We have an update on that score, by the way. Masco has just scored another touchdown. 5 minutes left to score now. Masco still trailing Lincoln Sudbury by a score of 52-21.
All right, well that sounds respectable now. They might be playing against Lincoln Sudbury's second players.
I think this is what the commentators call garbage time, at least in that game.
In that game.
Here, everything's going right down to the wire.
Nice return by Freddie out to the 34.
Freddie Gavin once again.
Good job.
By the way, I hope it's Gavin. Please, if it's Gabin or some other pronunciation, someone please contact us at North Andover Camp.
Probably is Gabin.
Right. And the all of us went through a Gabin hole in the special teams there. So here we go. Scarlet Knights with it at their own 28.5. First down.
McElroy in the center. Ball handed off to the runner. Gabin only makes 3 or 4 yards out of it. Cut back.
One of the North Andover coaches on the sidelines very animated after that pass play.
And it's JD, breaks through, pushes and gets 4 yards. 3rd and 2. Shorter than 2, yard and a half maybe.
Now at this point in the game, it's really all about trying to munch up as much clock as you can now.
Yes.
Because it's a 1-point game.
Yep.
And even if you score the touchdown with the extra point, unless you go for the 2-point conversion once again, if you go for the 2-point conversion, it becomes a 2-score game.
This should be a run. We have wide receivers, however, spreading the field. Hands it inside. Great run.
It's Allen again.
By J.D. Allen. That was a very important play in this game, and JD not only got the first down, but he got extra yardage as well. Good blocking in there, open hole for him in the middle.
Now they've got it on the Chelmsford side of the field with 5:55 left to go in the game. Right now, North Andover hanging on by a point.
McElroy back, throws deep.
Oh my goodness!
It's caught.
He's got it.
A leaping catch by Gabe, down close to the 20, maybe the 22. 26, 27-yard catch. Improbable, a beautiful pass. A pass down the sideline. He had to stay in bounds, leap high in the air over the defender, both hands on the ball, comes down with 1 foot, is pushed to the ground and out of bounds, maintains possession, and we have momentum. Inside, Jake.
Tried to do the fake to Allen and then run around the end.
Maybe gets 1 yard, but he was corralled by the bigger defender who had one hand on his jersey on the back and reached for the back of the helmet.
Yeah, do they call horse collars at this level?
I don't think you can call a horse collar on that, but if he
Well,
got his fingers into the helmet, they might have called something.
Yeah. That was more just a point of curiosity than
well, yeah.
anything relevant to the actual game action here.
Yeah, if he had him by the shoulder pads, or he had him by the jersey. Inside handoff again. J.D. Allen feeling it, but only gets a few. So North Andover running the ball, running clock.
Still running, 4:35 left to go.
4:35. Cole's in. Back to pass, looking for the corner. Caught.
Wow.
Caught. A
Touchdown.
similar play, caught by Gabe with two defenders draped all over him.
That's one happy receiver down there. That's Gabe D'Souza.
Gabe, two big catches. Two high degree of difficulty catches.
So right now it's 34-7. You've got a 7-point game.
You might call those both back shoulder throws by McElroy. Put the ball where a high probability that the only person who could catch it would be Gabe in both cases.
It's like throwing to Gronk in a way.
Yes.
So it looks like they're going to go for the one here. So theoretically, that'll still make it a one-score game if Chelmsford comes back with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Kicks it through again.
That's another good one.
Gabe hopping to the sideline.
And it's all about those incidental plays. Sometimes you have the big plays, and sometimes you have small things that loom large at the end of the game. Case in point, North Andover did go for the 2-point conversion early on. They did get it. Later on, they had an extra point blocked, but they still had the bonus point from the 2-point conversion. And so, but then Chelmsford missing their last extra point. So right now you're looking at right now you've got an 8-point game.
Yes, and you would think Lipoli would be really good for the 2-point play, although North Andover has managed to stack them up. So, yeah, it seems the more difficult thing will be for Chelmsford to score. Although, I'm sorry I said that.
So yeah, be careful. Be careful what you wish for, sir.
Exactly.
8-point lead for the Scarlet Knights here. 4:14 left to go in the game, and this one's going right down to the wire.
Line drive kick received
Nice
on the
catch.
fly
Nice catch.
and decked by Hardacre. Christian Finn was the up back, one of them, and a nice catch.
So I guess
give them good field position.
the returner got some hard yards thanks to Hardacre.
Yes, they're out to the 44-yard line for 1st and 10. So that has shortened the field
Considerably.
by 20 yards of what a long kick would have done. And here's Lupoli dragging 2 tacklers. Rother, 72. All over him, trying to bring him down.
It's going to be about a 4-yard gain. We're looking at 2nd and 6.
Lupoli again with the ball. Oh, just almost broke away there.
About a half a yard shy of the first down marker.
Hardacre, Defoe and Hardacre make the tackle.
But obviously, that's a very good short 3rd down situation now for Chelmsford.
Yes. This is a play where you need a penetration. Gives him the ball. He's broken through. Oh, my God. One player left to tackle him, and he does. I think that might have been J.E. Allen.
We talk about small plays looming large. How about that one if they wind up getting stopped here?
Well, a good time for a timeout. Let's recoup.
Indeed.
Break the mood.
By the way, North Andover Cam is always looking for volunteers to help us out with the recording of school sporting events, such as what you're watching right now. We've got volunteers up top on the roof doing cameras for us tonight. We've got Charlie George, we have got Tristan Levine, and we've got Joe Toolin manning the cameras tonight. Down here, we've got Casey Dowkey and also Josh Sullivan, and of course Ray and myself too. And if you'd like to volunteer, maybe you've got a sport that you don't think gets enough exposure, well, grab a camera from us, we'll train you, we'll show you how to do it, we'll show you how to edit. All you have to do is check us out. With winter sports coming up fast too, it's a great time to sign up. If you'd like to participate, visit our studio on the campus of the high school here at 430 Osgood Street, or call us 978-687-6570 and get on the field with North Andover Cam.
Lupoli bursting through, my God. Just carrying 3, 4, 5 players at a time.
You know, when they make gaps in the defensive line, they shouldn't even call them gaps. They should just call them loopholes.
To pass a law against Lupoli. There he goes. He's bursting into the middle of the spin. He's still on his feet. Takes 2 people to bring him down finally.
He's inside the 10.
Mike Defoe, one of them.
So there we go. 1st and goal for Chelmsford. And I would think this occasion, if they do march it in, they're going to be forced to go for the 2-point conversion.
Well, no matter what happens, North Andover will wind up with the ball. Lupoli not going down, refusing to go down, spinning. He's adopted the spin move here late in the game.
But nice job there by the tackler there, number 50. Just got low, didn't let him do any of the razzle dazzle and get out of the tackle. He just got low, took him down, kept him down.
Matt Samanek,
who's made a couple of good plays tonight.
Lupoli's
Lupoli's got it now. Oh, stuck again. That'll bring up a 3rd down, and right now 3rd down, and looks to be still 3rd and goal from about the 6 or the 7. And now one of the most obvious phrases you will ever hear. This is 4th down territory. You think? First, we got to get through 3rd down, though. As they change up a little bit.
Hooten gives us a little. Oh no, Hooten with the ball. Down close, but not in. Well, that is too close. He's down inside the 1.
Once again. So we've got a huge 4th down here. It's 4th and about chin stubble.
Yeah. Hooten through the defense on that. Lupoli with the ball crashing in.
Looks like he's in.
And he is
He's in. The North Andover faithful is cheering for a huge goal line stand. But Lupoli you can only stop him so much. Sooner or later, he'll come back.
Well,
so now here we go, 35 to 33.
The call to have Hooten run a keeper broke the defense's concentration on Lipoli. So a timeout by Chelmsford.
So we said the fourth down play was big. This play is even bigger because obviously they're going to have to roll the dice here and go for the 2. I mean, obviously, with someone like Lipoli there, it would be seem to be tailor-made for someone like him with his abilities.
Yes.
But the North Andover defense, they have a very short field to defend, so they can stack up and barring a little bit of razzle-dazzle. And who knows, this could be a case where everyone's expecting Lipoli to come. Maybe you use him as a decoy, send someone out. But
exactly. But, you have to, as much as I was thinking about what their options were, anything other than Lipoli, if you don't make it, brings a lot of criticism.
And the other thing, too, is, we've got under a minute left to go in the game. If they tie this up here, we could have a playoff game going to overtime.
That's a possibility. So snap to Hooten, gives it to Lipoli, and he's swarmed.
He stopped. They got him.
An incredible goal line stand.
And now
Mike Defoe in on that, a key player. There were many players, 3, 4, 5 players, and they are excited. Joe Roffer. Fantastic.
Are we not men? We are Defoe.
So, North Andover 35, Chelmsford only 33, and there are 56 seconds in this game. Watson is happy. He's limping, but he's happy.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like the Scarlet Knights will be going to Lincoln Sudbury next week. Although once again, this is an onside kick.
There's a chance.
I'm sure it's going to be on.
Exactly. So. And the onside kicks have been bouncing off our players for the most part before they corral them. So this is very dangerous. We got a lot of people up, close. Nobody needs to stay back.
Yeah, look at Gabe's right up there.
Gabe back in case somebody picks it up for Chelmsford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chelmsford players spread between the sideline and the 40. Not the hash, but the 40.
Here we go. Onside kick.
6 players now. The
He's
ball
got it.
is corralled by
Rencia.
Jaden Rencia. Incredible. A little scuffling breaking out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Spectacular. The ball bounced, took a fortuitous hop for North Andover because it went high in the air and came down right under a player who had to leap to catch it, but of course did the right thing and just got down on the ground.
All you have to do is kneel on it twice and you're headed to Lincoln Sudbury next week.
Oh, yes. What a successful season. The Knights always have good football teams. Jack Walsh happy. Cole's in at fullback. Gavin.
I guess they're not going to kneel on it yet.
Jake McElroy running with the ball. Makes at least 10 yards. Yeah, I wonder if that was the player, if he just decided on his own. The coach, Dobzinski, is out there and he's waving his program once or twice. As though, giving an instruction as, what was that? Jake, come over here.
It's like that last play from, what was the movie, The Replacements?
Federico going into the game. Yes, yeah, the replacement.
Those Keanu Reeves fans out there.
Gabin coming out, bringing in Federico, the older player, the bigger player.
Still don't have a final from Lincoln Sudbury yet, but the last word we had was 5 minutes left, 52-21 in favor of Lincoln Sudbury. So I'd say it's a fairly safe assumption to make that that they're through.
Unless Mascanoma has a wonderful onside kick play that they can run again and again.
And again and again and again and again.
For 47 seconds, the ball handed inside to J.D. Allen, who breaks free.
Wow.
J.D. running for daylight, running for daylight, running for daylight. Just broke away wherever he was corralled. A great gutsy call. We're
of course, here I am. All you need to do is sit on it, kneel,
yeah,
take a knee.
Exactly. All we need to do is kneel down, but nobody seems to want to do that.
Now I feel like John Madden. Brady should play for overtime.
That was a memorable call. I was there going, no, don't do that.
How many of you out there were still, pinching yourselves like the day after that game? Even Gil Santos, when he called it, the Patriots are Super Bowl champions, and repeat himself like,
did I just say that?
Holy crap, they're the champions!
Well, Brady was able to complete short passes at will.
Oh, there we go. They're taking the knee now.
There we go. So there are 35 seconds. The clock is not moving. It's second down and 11. Coach Kobzinski is so happy, and so is Jake. He's giving the coach a hug.
Yeah, that was a nice little moment there. It's funny though. You look at these guys. You look at all their stuff, and then you see like them walking against Coach Reben. Who's 53 out there? He is huge. You see some of the other players walk up to him. It's like, wow. It's like when you see someone like Edelman on the field, then you see him next to somebody like Nate Solder. It's like, whoa.
So here's the kneel down formation even. Jake gets the snap.
Okay, here we go. For all you Monty Python fans, we are the Scarlet Knights who say knee. I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
Hey, long live the Pythons. Speaking of which, John Cleese was around here not too long ago. He's doing like a nationwide spoken word tour, and I think he was in Worcester. I think he was up in Manchester too, or Concord or something.
Mm-hmm.
And now for something completely different. There he goes. So, okay.
25, 24, 23.
Oh, hang on. What we got going on here? You got a bunch of whistles. That's it. It says 20 seconds left on the clock, but
the time on the field had expired.
So there you go.
And North Andover played exceptionally well. Whenever they were challenged, they responded. And we're going to Lincoln Sudbury.
Yes, we are. Still no word on the final score yet, but once again, I feel it's pretty academic at this point. As soon as they scored the 52nd point, it was like, Mike Lang, the play-by-play announcer for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. And so they're going to get it on their home field next week. They get the home game. They get the Division II North Final. And their opponent for that Division II North Final is going to be your North Andover Scarlet Knights, who have prevailed tonight with a fantastic 35-33 victory over a very tenacious and talented team in Chelmsford. And big players tonight, obviously, think of Jake McElroy. Threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for 2. I mean, huge night for him. Gabe D'Souza once again. Darren Watson played in spots, but made his presence known. And you got to give credit to that young man right there, Sal Lupoli.
Yeah, he was their team.
But there we go. And now the teams are going through the lines for their handshakes, and
Sal Lupoli.
And so we have a final score. Now the score is North Andover 35 and Chelmsford 33. And on behalf of Ray Ahern, and all of our crew here, Josh and Casey, and also upstairs, Joe and Charlie and Tristan, I'd like to say good night. Thank you for watching Friday Night Football here on CAMED, North Andover CAM's Education.
Go Knights.
Go Knights. Next week, we'll see you in Lincoln Sudbury. Take care. Good night.